Here, just a little bit southeast of Washington Square Park along this pedestrian plaza, you'll see a rather incongruous stone spire, and there's an inscription on it. Founders Memorial, composed of stonework from the facade of the original university building at Washington Square. So this is a piece of the main NYU academic building from 1835. But the inscription continues, dedicated at University Heights 1894, rededicated at Washington Square 1973. It's a little clue to a surprising detour that NYU took from its Greenwich Village home in the late 1800s. NYU was founded in 1831, just to the east of Washington Square Park, and that's where it stayed and grew throughout the 19th century. But towards the end of that century, University Chancellor Henry Mitchell McCracken felt the area had changed and was no longer conducive to education. Large commercial and manufacturing companies had filled up the area around the park, and the literary and artistic vibe of the neighborhood was fading. McCracken was also wary of the, in his eyes, immoral temptations of a big city on college students, which he elaborated on in this editorial from 1904. His solution was to create a new campus for NYU, one that could be built from scratch and allow for an isolated environment where academics could flourish. Instead of a cramped campus, you'd have plenty of space to allow the university to build the facilities it needed. So in 1891, the university purchased land in the Bronx for a new campus, right on one of the highest points in the city, offering magnificent views of the surrounding area. By the way, this is what the Bronx looked like in the 1890s. They hired Stanford White, one of New York's most famous and respected architects, to design the major buildings. He designed a magnificent library, various academic buildings, and the Hall of Fame of Great Americans. They also took the spire from that original building and put it here on the new campus. This became the main campus of NYU, home of the administration and most of the student body, with the old buildings down in the village being used just for some graduate schools and later an undergraduate liberal arts school called Washington Square College. But by the early 1970s, NYU was thinking about moving back to its original home. It seems hard to believe that a school that today has an endowment of almost $6 billion, one of the biggest in the country, was once having severe financial difficulties. The solution was to sell the Bronx campus to the Bronx Community College in 1973 and move everything back down to the village, which ended up being quite a fortuitous move. As beautiful as the old campus is, the allure of the culture of the village, the area's increasing wealth and safety, its connection to the founding of the university, the vibrancy of modern-day Washington Square Park, and the neighborhood's central location in downtown Manhattan close to nightlife and restaurants all became big enticements to students. These days, it's hard to disassociate NYU from this neighborhood. The spire was moved back down here in 1973, and today it's one of the few places you'll find a reference to NYU's forgotten era.